but we aim to present to the world the new generation of Brazilian specialty coffee. We are not only chocolate, buddy, and caramel. We have more and more to present, and that was proved in the last Cup of Excellence.
The introduction to regenerative coffee farming workshops are now available on demand in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. For coffee producers, the workshop is available for just $10, and for everyone else, it's $20. Led by our incredible professors, the workshop is packed with practical knowledge and strategies to help coffee farmers and the entire coffee industry adapt to the challenges of climate change, rising costs, and market demands. If you're a business owner, this workshop is a great and affordable way to inform your employees about the challenges ahead while also supporting Mapper Forward. Head to mapperforward.coffee/workshops or click the link in the description to purchase the on-demand version and start your journey towards a more sustainable coffee future today. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and this is episode 2 of a 5-part series where we are talking about the Brazilian specialty coffee market in 2025 with Vini Estrela, the BSCA president. And in the last episode, Vini said something that was really interesting to me. Vini, you said that coffee is a profitable endeavor for coffee producers in Brazil. Now, in this episode, folks, we're going to talk about the myths of the Brazilian specialty coffee market. And there's a lot of them that we want to address. But where I want to start with this is that the industry in Brazil, Vini, is very different than industries in other coffee growing regions. And I'd love for you to maybe talk about how Brazil focused on being highly specialized, mechanized, high yield, and why it's so different than other coffee growing regions, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. That's a really, really important message because we, as a coffee producer country, as an orange, probably we are one of the most worried about how we create richness,
Value.
how we create value for the coffee producers, for the farmers. So in Brazil, the farmers receive more than 76% of the coffee value in the green coffee market. In some case, more than 90%. So if you buyer are paying $1 for a coffee, more than 70 cents goes directly from the producer, from the farmers,
right,
to the farmers, and that creates possibilities to innovate, and that's the main message. If the coffee market pays more for the Brazilian coffee, part of that money create jobs, better jobs in Brazil, in the coffee industry, create new opportunities for the Brazilian farmers, and return to the coffee industry with innovation to produce more, to have more sustainability practices, and to add more value. Last year, we did a very important test in Brazil. We cup coffees in our quality contest, only seeing quality. And we cup and we ran a sustainability test with more than 100 questions. Do you have a better practice of labors? How you care about the soil?
Like a
How
survey.
many? Yeah, like a big survey to that farmers, and the results was amazing. The
Really?
top quality
Yeah.
coffees was also the top sustainability uh, uh,
Most sustainable coffee?
winners.
Yeah, wow.
Quality in Brazil has directly linked with sustainability and innovation. With more quality, more sustainability practices, and more innovative process we create in the value chain. Uh, why that is possible? Because the farmers investing a lot create new possibilities of coffees and new practice uh, uh, for the coffee,
Mm.
and that also create an very important uh, uh, effect. Coffee in Brazil is the most profitable culture for the smaller holders of land.
Why?
20% more
Purely from a profitability
for
financial
soybean. Yeah,
so
yeah,
okay.
financial. If we compare, for example, soybean,
Yeah.
cattle, milk, protein, all the other cultures also, uh, coffee is more profitable,
Mm-hmm.
and in the area that uh, is highly coffee populated, for
Mm-hmm.
example, the human development index is higher than there's no coffee. So coffee create new opportunities, develop for local development also.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like, for example, to give an example.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the last World Cup of the world
Cup of it.
champion in yeah
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the
Well,
in the
barista champion.
cup yeah in the barista champion in the cup tasters
Ah,
also.
okay. Yeah.
Uh, Jonathan Almeida is a coffee quality manager from mm, from a coffee farm in Brazil.
Okay.
So he uh, was educated in the school, in the farm, grow in the farm, uh, have a better position in the farm, and is one of the toppest Brazilian cuppers, uh, actually. And he is the world champion of cup tasters also.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he is in a world tour promoting Brazilian coffees in Europe and even in USA. So uh, look to those kind of histories and opportunities that the coffee creates in Brazil. Simple employee in a farm became world star cup tasters in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so it is when we're talking about profitable, it's not only money, but also giving opportunities to the Brazilian community to have more jobs, better jobs, and to create new technologies that in the end of the day, we guarantee reliable coffee and a better quality and sustainability coffee to the world.
When we talk about sustainability, one of the myths that is out there is that coffee is guaranteed forever. it is important for people to understand how hard it is to grow coffee, even in a country like Brazil. Can you talk a little bit about the sustainability challenges of growing coffee, given the issues that are surrounding climate change? Brazil has had a lot of problems with regards to drought and frost and bushfires. So could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, since 2020, we are facing a huge amount of climate problems. Frost in 1 year, for example, last year uh, in December and January, we have less rain, less water, and that impacts in the coffee size. So at this year we have enough rains in December and January, but bad rains, the less and very restrictful rains in February and March. So what the producers are doing, collecting water from the rain, creating areas to collecting those water to guarantee and irrigate. So right now, a lot of farmers in Brazil are investing a lot of money to guarantee a better water conditions to the
Right.
coffee growing. So that's the main reason that we produced more than 50 million bags last year and probably at this year also. But could be worse than that. Because the climate affects a lot the coffee production in Brazil with water, heat, frost, and a lot of conditions. And even from that, we have a very difficult situation in Brazil in terms of labor. There's not enough labor to collect and to harvest coffee. So that's the main reason that some farmers are adopting new technologies and mechanizing their coffee production areas because there's not enough laborers to the coffee production in Brazil.
When you say, sorry,
No.
I just want to pick up on something that you were talking about with regards to water. So when you talk about the challenges that Brazilian farmers have around drought and not enough rain and too much heat, the last winter you guys had, the average temperature was about 30 degrees. This all presents really big issues for the trees and as well as for the soil. Are you trying to solve those problems through irrigation or through technologies like biochar?
Irrigate,
Irrigation?
irrigation, but biochar, new varieties to
Okay.
try to develop new varieties of a coffee production to try to replant some areas in more climate
Stable?
stable areas because, for example, in a regular coffee farm in Brazil, you have 10, 12 different varieties. One that's more resistant for water and more heat. The second one, more quality oriented, less productivity, and demand more uh,
Attention.
less temperature, less attention or more attention.
Mm-hmm.
So the landscape was designed, the coffee landscape was designed by considering the the climate challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but also the potential in terms of quality and productivity of each area.
Mm-hmm.
So some producers are creating new landscapes to try to adapt those areas to the new reality.
And
Also,
we're
so
going to
a lot
talk.
of
Go on.
a lot of measures was taken by the producers to guarantee coffee production in Brazil.
We're going to dig deeper into the relationship that regenerative ag is playing in the Brazilian specialty coffee industry in episode 4 of this series. So make sure that you check that out if you are interested in this part of the discussion. But to continue talking about myths, there are 2 more myths that I think that, let's hope that I can remember just 2. So the first one is that coffee farmers in Brazil are just coffee farmers. Like I don't quite think our industry has an appreciation for how highly skilled, how highly educated, how highly informed and specialized coffee producers in Brazil are. Am I right on that?
Yeah. The coffee farmers in Brazil is not only about coffee.
Yeah.
They have a lot of other cultures also.
Yeah.
For example, we have some fruits, even cattle.
Mm.
They manage cattle also, and another cultures and industry. They are involved in other industries, sugarcane, other industries. But also, they are becoming roasters also, and that's one of them potential transformation that the specialty coffee is creating in Brazil. So the producers are collecting their coffee, roasting, and sell between e-commerce or either other local
B2B
local,
relationships.
and also adding more tourism also.
Ecotourism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. So it's not only about the coffee fruit,
Yeah. It's
but
vertically
it's
integrated.
it's very integrated and across the other economic activities that the Brazilian farmers has. We have a lot of cases, very, very important cases. We have people with more creating hotel and villages in
Yeah,
their
wow.
farms,
Wow.
running events in their farms also, creating more jobs and develop not only the farm, but the region.
A,
So
a,
that's a
re-
very, very trendful situation right now in Brazil.
a really great example of that is a mutual friend of ours, Felipe Croce, at FAF, where they do loads of really great events, education events. They bring people together. They teach regenerative ag and agroforestry. Well, you see a lot more of that in Brazil than I think you see in any other origin country. But there is, so shout out to Felipe, because Felipe is the reason that this conversation was able to happen. So thank you, my friend. One more myth that we have to talk about. And that myth is Everyone in Brazil is going to cringe when they hear this one. Brazil is the coffee that I buy for my blenders. Brazil is where cheap coffee comes from, and that's what I use as a blender because Brazil doesn't really have quality coffee. That's not correct.
Yeah, that's a big myth. One of the toughest.
Yeah, I saved it for last.
For sure. Yeah, because when we travel back in the history, in the 90s, when the coffee market was regulated in Brazil, the only thing that the people was about quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Let's produce more coffee, more and more and more coffee, and very cost oriented.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of BSCA, some producers that was connected with a specialty coffee idea and the market look to their coffee and let's add more value in the Brazilian coffee and let's try to participate in the specialty market. In those years, the whole production coffee in Brazil was around 25 to 30 million bags. And the specialty coffee production in Brazil was estimated in 120,000 bags.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling across the years, the last year we produced 56 million bags and almost 9 million bags in the specialty coffee. Yeah. We are talking that only the specialty coffee in Brazil, it's more than Ethiopia, whole production.
Wow.
And it's larger than other countries. The only specialty. So what's happened?
Yeah, what is happening?
That we pass 120,000 bags to almost 9 million bags. The producers, the Brazilian farmers, investing a lot in new process, in new varieties, and adding and discover new sensorial profiles and flavors. And right now we are talking not Brazil is a coffee nation with a diversity of regions, but also a diversity of flavors. But we aim to present to the world the new generation of Brazilian specialty coffee. We are not only chocolate, buddy, and caramel. We have more and more to present. And that was proved in the last Cup of Excellence. We had more than 13 presidential samples, coffees, 90 plus.
Wow.
And judged by more than 20 international judges across the world. We had German people, American people, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, around 14 different countries judging Brazilian coffees. And we had some, for example, Americans raising the hand and saying, that's a 95 plus coffee. I never imagined that Brazil is producing something so good in a good quality like those coffee that we're approving. And for our surprise, the top three coffees in each category uh, was Arara, Topázio, and Arara. Those three Brazilian varieties developed here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we are not saying only about geishas
Yeah.
adapted to the Brazilian soil, to the Brazilian landscape, but we are talking for varieties researched and created in Brazil by the Brazilian scientists and technology, presenting new flavors and new possibilities in the coffee market. So Brazil participate in the global plant, and that's really, really important to highlight because almost 40% of Brazil of the coffee in the world is Brazilian. So we are presented in this every single cup in the world, but also we have very, very specialized and specialty coffee that we would like to present to the world as the new generation of Brazilian specialty coffee by the farmers also.
And in the last episode of this series, we're going to talk more about those new generation coffees because it's quite fascinating to hear about them. In the next episode, folks, we're going to talk about how producers in Brazil, particularly in the specialty coffee side of Brazilian coffee producers, are experiencing this year, 2025, and its transformative nature. So join us for that conversation. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, friends. Please don't forget to show us some love by subscribing, liking, commenting, and most of all, sharing this podcast with your friends. Check the show notes for links, including our sponsors and our Patreon. And stay tuned for more great conversations on the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward.